How well do you really know your neighbors? In the quiet town of Mount Sterling, Kentucky, the Scott family thought they were performing a simple act of kindness when they opened their home to an old family friend. They had no idea they were welcoming a real-life nightmare through their front door. This is the chilling story of Frances Zaayer, a woman whose escalating obsession and deep-seated hatred ultimately turned deadly. In late 2016, Frances was going through a difficult divorce. While waiting for renovations to finish on a house she bought nearby, she asked her longtime friend, Shawna Scott, if she could crash on her couch. At first, everything was fine. They went shopping, watched movies, and enjoyed each other's company. But within weeks, the atmosphere completely shifted. Frances began exhibiting deeply disturbing behavior. She aggressively scolded Shawna's young grandson, threw tantrums over household cleaning habits, and eventually showed the family openly racist videos. For Shawna's husband, David, who was black, and their mixed-race family, this was the absolute breaking point. By January 2017, Shawna had seen enough. She demanded that Frances pack her bags and get out. But Frances didn't go far. Just 2 months later, she moved into the newly renovated house directly across the street. What followed was a year-long campaign of psychological terror. Tensions violently boiled over in April 2017, when a brutal physical altercation broke out between the two women. Frances immediately called the police, resulting in Shawna's arrest. Even though Shawna was quickly released, Frances was consumed with rage that her former friend wasn't immediately thrown behind bars. She became convinced that David, who worked at the local jail, was using his position to protect his wife. From that moment on, stalking the Scotts became Frances's entire life. She would bang on David's car windows while screaming profanities, follow Shawna to the grocery store to block her car in, shout racial slurs at their daughter, and even stand naked in front of Shawna and her grandchild. Prosecutors later revealed that Frances called the county attorney almost daily, completely infatuated with the delusion that she was the true victim. By May 2018, the legal system had finally run its course. Shawna accepted a plea deal over the initial fight, avoiding jail time completely. This pushed Frances over the edge. In a chilling recorded phone call to the police, she snapped, stating, "I can't take any more of this. Today is when it stops." On May 28, while David was out on the back porch installing security cameras to monitor their hostile neighbor, Frances walked right through the Scotts' unlocked front door. Without saying a word, she raised a gun and shot Shawna directly in the face. She then calmly walked to the back porch and shot David in the chest. David tragically died at just 47 years old. Shawna miraculously survived the attack after multiple emergency surgeries, but she permanently lost sight in her left eye and hearing in her left ear. Following a brief standoff with police, Frances Zaayer was apprehended. In January 2022, she accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to murder and assault. She was sentenced to 35 years in prison, but she never offered a single word of explanation or motive. To this day, detectives say she believes she did nothing wrong. Today, Frances is serving her sentence at the Kentucky Correctional Institution for Women. She won't even be eligible for parole until May 2038. For Shawna and her children, the physical and emotional scars remain, alongside a lingering, daily fear of the day their worst neighbor might walk free.